Ducked off low key, yeah, you know me. Kickin' with Tyree, hit a 3 like Kyrie.
First off, I want to say congratulations.
Thank you so much.
My first question is why did you feel like this was an urgent story to tell for you?
Yeah, I mean, it was an urgent story to tell for me. I don't know if I can say that it was urgent because it took me a long time to find the courage and the self-belief to be able to start my journey as a filmmaker. The event that my film is about happened to me in 2010, and I didn't get to make the film until 2022, 2023. So I wouldn't say it was urgency, but when the feeling started, it was just undeniable. I couldn't think of anything else until it was completely done.
And this film is about the personal cost of breaking those barriers.
Right.
Why was it very important for you to show the victories and the losses during this?
That's a great question. I think the journey of the Qatar women's national soccer team, the first team, is to me a story about courage, about strength, about breaking through barriers. But it's also wrapped up in as a sports story. It's also associated with a lot of loss on the scoreboard. Still, overall, I wanted to show both sides because what some people can perceive as a loss is actually a win in so many ways, but it's measured in broader and more meaningful ways as a culture beyond what the scoreboard says. So that's why I wanted to show both sides, because I think there's still positivity and there's still victory that you can take out of defeat as well. Yeah.
What was the most emotional part for you about revisiting this in the film?
The most emotional part for me about revisiting this was actually living the emotions for the very first time. The way I'm someone who deals with difficult moments by just moving on and focusing on my controllables, which is a sports cliche: control what you can control. And so if I don't have control, and at the time I didn't feel like I had any control over my choice to play or not play in the national team, so I just shifted focus and moved ahead and did other things with my life, academically, professionally, chose other sports. And so the most difficult part of making this film was when I started to make it, I started to truly feel the emotions that I needed to feel to heal from the situation and heal from the journey for the very first time. And so a lot of stuff that is in the film that's meant to be dramatic reenactment is actually real. The tears that I cry on screen in the final scene, they're very real. They're the first time I've actually cried about that event. And that's why I think it's so powerful, and it made the journey of making the film so much more exhausting and difficult, but also more raw and more authentic and more real, is because the audience is experiencing those feelings for the very first time.
My last question for you is, the title is Theater of Dreams.
Yeah.
How do you hope it will help kids growing up in Qatar, dream bigger and dream bigger, essentially?
Yeah, I hope the entire journey from playing the game to making the film to being here on the Tribeca red carpet inspires people in all over the world and in Qatar specifically to, believe in their dreams. And even if it doesn't go exactly the way that they're hoping, if it gets cut short, if it gets detoured or rerouted, for them to find a different way to express whatever they need to express and to live that dream in whatever way that they need to, even if they need to pivot and adjust. It doesn't mean it's over. It just means it's taking a different route. And sometimes it can lead to more beautiful things.
Ducked off low key, yeah, you know me. Kickin' with Tyree, hit a 3 like Kyrie.